So, I guess I spoke a little too soon. I had a couple issues on the Viking after doing this snorkel. Had everything completed on the last video, but nothing on the interior was put together. Everything was ripped out, the seat frames, and every panel that was anywhere around it had to come out. I ran into a couple issues like here. I was talking about I had to trim around that pipe on the last video. Well, this floorboard where it comes in, it's kind of, you can see where it's a little bulged out, like it did not fit. I had to jam it and work it, and ended up putting some extra screws in there just to hold it, because I couldn't get that hole right there to line up. The hole wouldn't line up for the little screw clip. So definitely pay attention when you're sealing that, because when I had it in there, put the floorboard in, it fit fine, but that was before I had it sealed and cupped like tight. So apparently when I put the floorboard in, it moved the pipe and it fit in there fine. Well, once the pipe was stationary and didn't move, it didn't fit. So I had to really work it in there. I managed to get all these bolt holes and everything up in the front and everything to line up except for that one. I managed to get this top in there, but that wasn't very easy. I had to like get my foot up in there and hold it to get it close enough. So that was issue one, putting that back together. Well, then I got to the seats. Well, as you can see on this one, because I haven't modified it yet, I got the bolt holes. I got one bolt in there. This other bolt hole, if you look real carefully, you see that space in there? Let me get it down. There's actually a gap right there. It's actually not sitting down on there. It won't go all the way down to touch that. It's because the back of the seat is pushed up by the snorkels. Now, I've figured out a fix for this. You see this pipe comes right here and it stops. Well, I'll show you on the other side my fix for that. I've heard too many people talk about they move their seat up a notch. Well, I'm 6'1" and don't want to move my seat up a notch. Now, see this side, I've got 4 bolts in it. It's tight. It's good to go. It's in there sturdy. But what I had to do is I had to actually take that pipe and make 2 cuts. Cut down into it and then come and cut across and basically notch that pipe out. Don't get into that weld. So the pipe itself is still welded all the way across there. So it's still attached. It ain't going nowhere. Just cut that little bit of a notch out. Allows the pipe, 2-inch pipe, to fit behind the seat in the farthest back position, which is where it came and it's where I'm comfortable riding. I put it up on a notch, sat in there. My knees are too close to the steering wheel, so I had to come up with a different option, and that seemed to be the easiest option, is just notching that little end of that pipe.